Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Nerd After Hours. Me and Carissa are back again with a guest. This is Bogart, Carissa's,
Hello.
I guess, a new partner, correct? Are y'all official or just?
Are we? I don't know.
No,
No?
I'm in a relationship with his mother.
I knew it.
Yeah. I'm being cocked.
Well, at least he knows his place. So Carissa has something that she wants to share with everybody. So let's hear it, Carissa. What do you want to share?
Okay, so my mother was doing some family lineage studying, right?
Yeah.
So on my mom's side, apparently one of the people we're very distantly related to, obviously, is a king of England.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really excited the more she told me about it. And she's like, oh yeah, this guy was gay. I'm like, oh, cool, good for him. She's like, yeah, that's why they killed him. And I was like, cool. She said, not cool. He was also a pedophile. He was gay for little boys.
Oh.
Hey.
So that just brings us back to the Catholic Church talk we were having. So I was really excited about finding out that I had a gay king uncle, but then it turned out he was a pedophile. So I'm real bummed out.
It went from LGBT yay to oh no, that's not a gay. That's a no-go, sir.
No.
That's the line we don't cross.
Yeah. That was all. I'm done.
Well, since we're on that topic, I actually have a distant connection to a Scottish king.
You told me about that one, right?
Yeah, King Robert the
Oh,
Bruce.
that explains the blue eyes, all the inbreeding they do.
I'm gonna keep my comments on that subject to myself.
I could leave that just England. Also England.
Apparently, I might be one of the descendants of one of his bastards anyway, because apparently he couldn't keep it in his pants. So he was sleeping around with lots of ladies. Apparently, is what I remember somebody was telling me once. So
Most kings do.
yeah,
Most
King
kings.
Robert Baratheon.
I also got a knight that's a little more direct, but that's where my last name comes from, a Scottish knight. So
We have one of those too. They use it at the family reunion of ours. The Molten reunion. He was a knight named Molten, and they have like a little Molten knight figurine, and every year they auction it off. And then that person gets to keep it for a year until the next reunion, and they bring it back and they auction it off again, and that helps raise money for each of our family reunions. It's really fun. You should come.
I will.
Okay.
my family has the crest somewhere. I don't know where it is. I'll have to have my dad send me the image. But yeah, we got a crest still.
If I had to guess, I'm probably just from a bunch of peasants.
Yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, like 99% of my ancestors are probably like that. I just have the one line of interesting, And let's face it, it's not like his descendants really came out all that well. Just saying. Oof, product
Really?
A here. Now, if you look at my brother, you might be going, well, he's doing all right. But me, I'm the... I'll put it to you this way. I don't know how my family tree worked this out. When I was young, I just looked like Jack Black young, and my brother looked like Justin Bieber, so I don't know how that works.
Stop that.
If I ever could find the pictures to show you guys, it's pretty funny.
I've seen some of your childhood pictures.
Yeah, you've seen some.
Genes are weird.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Well-
so enough of the fiddle farting around. We're going to talk about some interesting stuff that's happened in the past, I guess, couple weeks, because we were supposed to do this like last week, but then my internet got cut because the water guy was a goob. And that's the nice way to put it.
A goofy goober.
It's a little goofy.
So
It's just like rude.
the first topic we're going to talk about is YouTube taking away dislikes. Thoughts?
I hate them so much. But it's so much more meme material.
See, I disagree with taking away the dislikes on YouTube.
Absolutely.
I think that instead we should start putting dislike buttons on other social medias. Like I think TikTok should have a dislike button.
And Facebook.
And Facebook. I think that would
Facebook
be...
has angry reacts, so there's that.
Yeah.
So
That's much
but
fun.
they have
I wish
they
it
have
was-
a way to convey displeasure.
Yeah.
Is the point. So you guys think we should have a dislike button for Instagram,
Yes,
Twitter,
yes, that'd be
TikTok,
great.
all of it?
Somebody says something racist, dislike it.
Oh my god, imagine Jake Gyllenhaal's profile.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't wait to hate on Jake Gyllenhaal. Fuck yeah.
God, he would have so many dislikes on his Instagram.
Doesn't he already
He
get
had to
enough
turn
hate
off
from
his,
all the Marvel fans? I'm just saying, screw you, Mysterio, you're a dick. You outed Peter.
He put his Instagram on private because people were bullying him too much.
It's funny.
Yeah. I mean, what else was he gonna do? I mean,
He's just hiding, crying.
Take it like a man.
I mean, I would just turn off the comment section, leave it at that. That's all he has to do.
He did that, and people kept messaging him and harassing him, so he just had to shut it off. And I just thought it was funny. I was encouraging it.
Just take the pegging.
I would just pay some intern, like he's Jake Gyllenhaal. He's got money. He could just pay somebody, hey, delete the messages. I don't want to read anything.
Yeah, he's got his booty hurt. His booty hurt.
Well, it is what it is. He just needs a little tougher skin. That's all. I said what
Taylor
I said. Look, that's gonna lead us into our next topic anyway. We're talking about the whole Taylor Swift thing. So
that's your area.
There we go, Carissa. You're up. This is it. By the way, my 2 cents on the YouTube thing is I'm with them. Honestly, before we go into the T Swift stuff, I forgot I gotta throw my 2 cents in here. Like I'm a piece here too, guys.
Do it.
But anyway, I was gonna say, here's the thing about the dislike button. This is what I personally think it is. I don't have any proof. This is just what it comes off to as me. I think that this is corporate protectionism. So basically,
oh right, bad.
Yeah. So basically, if somebody doesn't like what's being said on a news segment like Fox News or MSN or CNN, the dislike buttons have often been used to say, hey, you're lying, or we disagree with you. You know what I mean? Or as another way to say, hey, this is a bad tutorial, or we don't like what you're doing with it. Like the Sonic trailer was a prime example. The first one where everyone's like, oh God, change Sonic, please. So the dislike button on YouTube was a big factor in changing the behavior of the content creators and corporations. So now by hiding that dislike button, corporations can pretend what are you talking about? We got 17 million people who think this is amazing, while hiding the fact they got 1,400 million dislikes, or some ridiculous number like that, some trillion dislikes or whatever. I feel
about bad TikToks, when Republican TikToks, because it's it has this many likes, but I'm imagine how many dislikes there would be if there was a dislike button.
And then the algorithm just pushed those dudes straight into the dirt. Haha, now nobody sees it.
Imagine if you're on YouTube looking for a tutorial, and there's a bunch of tutorials that are just not good. Mm-hmm. And if you look at the like and dislike ratio, since there's no dislikes, you have no idea what is actually good
or accurate. Yeah. And let's face it, when it comes to stuff like tech, that's a dangerous thing to be playing around with the dislikes. I see Carolyn is having a blast right now. She's like, I'm gonna get that food.
You teasing the pregos.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Carolyn's pregnant. Hey, you get this.
All right, now that I've shared my 2 cents on it, this is why I disagree with YouTube. But now we need to go to more important topics. T Swift. So, Carissa, you know what's happening. Tell us why is Taylor Swift doing what she's doing?
Did you watch her re-release of All Too Well?
No.
Okay, well, basically, she I don't know if you know about this, but all her original music for 10 years plus, right?
It's all based off of exes, right?
Another person, the shitty corporate stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to explain it well, but basically they have ownership over her music, and she doesn't have rights to her own music that she made. So there was something like that happening. Okay, so basically, I knew about that whole thing going on. Bullshit going on in there. She doesn't even have rights to her own music she made. So, she's been completely girl bossing it and just re-recording anything, re-releasing, and selling her already existing albums. But there's things she did before, and it's really interesting. Like, she has interviews where she was originally talking about how she had a 10-minute version of All Too Well, and she had to cut it down. And now she can release the whole thing, but also she can add on to it. Like, because it's been 10 years, so she has all this time to reflect on a relationship and go, oh, wow, this wasn't sweet and dramatic like I remembered it. It is toxic, gross, and I was manipulated. And now that she is the age of the guy that she was singing about, I think she has a lot more perspective on it. And like, oh my goodness. Because if you listen to the original All Too Well, it comes off as like a bittersweet, like, oh, it's sad that it's over, but I'm always going to remember it. And the new one's like, I remember it, you gaslighted me, fuck you. And I love that. And she's like adds on to it. It was already a really amazing song, and it's one of the only songs she's ever cried to while singing on stage. And it's so interesting. If you go back and you watch like the original clip where she's like full face bull crying while she's trying to sing this song, versus now, she's so like she's not just angry, but like fierce. She's like got this attitude of like she's not sad about it anymore, but she's out for blood. And I love that. She's out for blood. She's gonna call you out. Because there's things like he was originally saying like, oh, I'm so like pressures her into a relationship and then tries to pull the sorry, you're too young thing. But then if you look at his entire dating history, he consistently will only be dating girls in their 20s. And he's in his 40s now.
Yeah, isn't his current girlfriend like 25?
Yeah.
That's what.
And that's the thing that's really great about her line. I'll get older, but your lovers stay my age. And it's like, it's about taking advantage of power dynamics, and it's really amazing seeing her take the leads. And she's not only like, she's just kind of sticking it to everybody who's screwed her over, and I love it. And the girls are out for blood.
Oh, I've noticed like anybody like, I've also kind of noticed some of the fans get real snarky with people who are talking about it, like the stuff like more like on the business aspect of it. Like because like she's re-releasing music she's already made money off of, just.
Right.
Re-releasing it with her own label instead of the one that she was using. So basically, from what somebody was telling me, like from a business aspect of it, she like is cutting out the middleman between her music and you. Because a lot of people like that's what they go through like a record company to like give out their music. So basically, somebody was saying I saw somebody was talking about that, and they were talking about how it was like a TikToker who is showing their greatest hits, like like the trend where it's like, oh, show the video that made you go viral, and people, and if you'll notice, like TikTokers often will do that when they can't think of anything else. So that was one of the jokes that's one of the jokes that somebody made, and then they made it at Taylor Swift, and some of the Swifties really came for that guy. And he's like, and then he went on a whole video segment where he talked about the business aspect of it, and he's like, he even says like, she's brilliant. I don't know why y'all are mad at me. I don't even say that what she did was a bad thing. I'm just saying that's what she did.
May he rest in pieces.
Well, he's got the Power Ranger fans behind him, so I think he'll be all right. Yeah, the guy who was on TikTok who was making the comment used to play a Power Ranger, like from the OG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the guy's name is Big Bang Mike on TikTok. I just saw that the Swifties got snarky with him because he was, honestly, and he wasn't even being mean. He was just talking about the business side of it, You
can't insult. This is the year of the Swift, and if you insult her, the girls will come after you.
Oh, I saw the comment section. I was like, woo!
I'm not saying he's wrong, but I'm also saying we will destroy you.
Let's start a riot! A riot! Sorry.
I think they also did a good thing with the music video, like showing the significance between like her and Jake's ages by like having like two prominent actors
that had the same age gap.
Yeah. What are the actors' names? I forget. Sadie Sink.
The redhead from Stranger Things, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the only thing I know from.
Then the other guy that was from Teen Wolf, I forget his name. Sorry, bro.
Styles, right?
Also in Maze Runner.
I remember this character. I don't remember the actor's name.
Yes. Styles. We'll just call him Styles.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Did a really good job with it.
You know, I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like actually, I think he's a very underrated actor, to be honest with you, because like I
Yeah.
saw him in that, what is it, something monsters. It was a movie like radiation had caused like
I've seen
all
the
the-
trailer. For that.
yeah.
It looked interesting.
It was actually really interesting. Like all the animals like and got like mutated. So like
Yeah.
there were animals that were like way bigger than they should be, like frogs and like turtles and bugs and things like that. So like most of humanity got wiped out. So
yeah,
they're
and he
like,
got a girlfriend.
yeah, and he basically goes on a journey to see his girlfriend, who it turns out there's really nothing there anymore, because time passed and they both changed.
Aw.
And then, like, you know what I mean? And then, of course, he proves himself the heroic type because he's kind of a coward. So he kind of, like, musters up his courage and does something heroic. And then that gets her to kind of like him again. But at that point, he's like, nope, I realized that the world is more than just, romantic love or whatever. He's like, he feels like a greater responsibility to help people now that he's found his courage. So it's a really interesting story, and the actor plays this really like, I don't know, that's the interesting thing for me is like the character kind of goes from kind of cowardly to heroic through perseverance, through, like, I don't know, it's kind of like a discovery type of thing, because that everyone forgets that courage or bravery isn't the lack of fear, it's powering through it. So
Character development.
yeah, that's the words I was looking for. I just couldn't say it. My brain went, we don't know those words. My brain went full caveman with it.
Yes. The guy who plays Sal's, like, he's been prominent in, like, movies and TV shows, like, for years now. And, like, Sadie Sink, she just got started.
Yeah.
So, like...
And that's the
so
significance with the Swift video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, having an actor who's been, like, very popular for years, and we know that, to a younger female actor who's, like, just getting started, seeing them, like being portrayed in a romantic relationship.
Makes
like,
you feel icky.
Yes. Like, that's how I felt when I was watching that. When they were
supposed to. It works.
Yes. That's why I'm complimenting Taylor Swift and her
Thank you.
choice of roles.
Thank you.
Yes. Don't hurt me.
I will.
I'll show you, Icky. Quick, show Bogart's background. I mean, what? That's an inside joke. I'm just kidding. Don't show that on YouTube.
Why do you have furry porn there?
I wonder why.
How did that get there? How'd that get there?
Yeah, you're disgusting,
Yeah.
Bogart. God, what are you into?
I'm Mr. Fantastic. I was down the stairs and I just stretched my arm all the way and back into this room and just put furry porn.
Yeah,
on it.
why'd you do that?
I don't know.
Bogart, if
like
you
it so
literally
much?
could
You
be
don't
like
have
Mr.
to-
Fantastic and like a superhero, I would be mad at you because I'd be like, there are bad things happening and you're not heroing out right now. I would be the most insulting superhero
Very
fanboy.
white.
Sorry.
I could have strangled Trump like 5 miles away.
Exactly. You could have fixed some problems here. Could you
I don't care
imagine?
if I'm president
I
anymore.
wish I
hate
could.
you.
I wish I could.
Well, speaking of Mr. Fantastic, that kind of leads us into our next group, or our next topic is there's some Marvel stuff happening that's exciting and a little bit of drama. So I think we'll start with the positive stuff first, and then we'll move to the drama because that's what Carissa lives for, and we like to keep her in anticipation.
Oh, is the drama Miss Marvel?
Kinda, in a
Yes.
way. So for the Marvel fans out there, I'm sure most of you have saw the Spider-Man trailer, and I have a funny theory. This is going to be kind of funny. I wonder if how much of it is Marvel fucking with us. All right, so we've seen the trailer, right?
Yes.
At least Bogart and I have seen it. So, we only see Spider-Man fighting 5 of the people that are Sinister Six members, and we know thanks to the end credit scene of Venom, there's a chance that Venom could be in this Spider-Man movie. My funny thought is, what if Venom isn't the bad guy? What if he's Spider-Man's backup? Like, how fucked would that be if it was just 5 villains and Spider-Man and Venom saving the day?
That'd be
Like-
be interesting. I don't think it would be.
No, I don't think that's happening either. I just think, like, how funny would that be if, like, that's the direction they were going?
Yeah, the end credit scene for the new Venom movie definitely showed that Venom has some sort of
Role to
bad
play
liking
here.
to.
Yeah. I also
Yes.
wonder if
Although,
like, go ahead.
have you seen apparently have you seen like the ending scene of the trailer with Spider-Man flying like swinging at the Sinister Six, right?
Yeah, and then like the still
Uh
shot of people saying like, "Look, there's room for 2 more spider people."
yes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Brazil posted their trailer,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't correct than
Oh.
the others. Because when you look at the what's the crocodile's name? I forget his name.
Oh, the lizard.
The lizard.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
it's okay.
Like in their version, when he's like when he's like flying at Peter,
Mm-hmm.
his head like moves quickly right there, so it looks like it got kicked, but nothing was there.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was that he looked a different direction. I was like, oh, maybe he sees something like, oh, threat that way instead of,
It looked like he got kicked, but there was nothing in the screen.
Yeah.
So that like sort of leads people to believe that like they edited the other 2 Spider-Men out for the trailers.
Yeah, I know they've been very quiet about the cast of this movie. Like, there were like apparently there were like people didn't even know like Jamie Foxx was playing Electro for like the longest time in this movie. We didn't know. It was just a rumor.
And he plays a better version of Electro in this, thank God.
Yeah, they went a little more comic book accurate with this one, which is kind of interesting. They got the
I love the look.
Yeah, the electrical mask. That was kind of like, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I remember playing the old like Spider-Man like PS1 games fighting Electro. Electro's Revenge, I think. That was fun as a kid.
The one I played had like Carnage and Doc Ock were the big bads in that one. The one I played, but
Oh, I also played that one. I could never beat Carnage.
I used cheat codes. I'll admit it. I 100% was like, I'm gonna cheat code this shit. Back when cheat codes were a thing. Anyway,
They should be.
You played Age of Mythology or Age of Empires?
No.
I had a whole list of cheat codes. You could have a flying purple hippo with rainbow coming out of its buttocks in Age of Empires.
What the fuck?
No kid. You could get a tank in there. You could get a sports car, and you just had to know the cheat code. There was all kinds of crazy stuff you could do on there. My brother was all into researching it, and he gave me like a whole list of stuff.
Oh.
It was real fun.
In the Spider-Man game that him and I played, there was a cheat code where you could get like Cosmic Spider-Man or something like that, where he had like the silver and blue costume, but all you could see of the Spider-Man costume was like his mouthpiece. And
Oh yeah.
that when you got that costume, you got all the little powers that came with it. So like instead of shooting webs, he could also shoot like a laser blast or something.
Huh.
And his life bar never went down.
I can't play
That's
the,
OP.
Yeah, it was really stupid. It was just incredibly dumb. But when I got the cheat code and I was like, suck it, Carnage.
I can't wait until VR advances so much that we can actually have a virtual reality Spider-Man game.
You know, I keep thinking about that, and all I think of is like, because I'm like a little older, so I think of like VR Troopers. Like it's like, yeah, like the '90s '90s superheroes. Oh my goodness. Anyway.
What's?
Oh, go ahead, Bogart. I didn't mean to.
Oh no, never mind. We can move on.
All right, so now we're gonna we're gonna make some comments on the thing that's happening with the drama of Marvel, and it is related to Miss Marvel, but not in the power set. Like we already know about that one. That one's a very popular thing, but this one is some dudes on Twitter got real freaking mad, and they're calling the Phase 4 of the MCU MCU, and it's Phase Bore. Can you tell these guys are butthurt because it's not about a bunch of white dudes anymore?
Yeah. Let them be triggered. I don't care.
I'll drink to that.
Let me soak in their tears.
Like, who would get mad about the existence of She-Hulk being in the MCU? Like, seriously. Like, character who... I mean, have you seen... Like, Carissa, I don't know if have you seen She-Hulk before, like comic book strips or anything?
I feel like there were some cartoons that I watched as a kid that had her in it, but it was so long ago. I know who she is, though. Yeah. She's the cousin, and I don't remember exactly how she becomes Hulk, too. But
cousin of Bruce Banner.
Yeah. I don't know anything else about her, to be honest.
I mean,
I wonder if she's gonna have like the same superpowers, like, you know, one of the series, like, she's stronger as She-Hulk as like when she's like more strong in her human form.
Yeah.
So I remember that was one of the things.
I think that what they're doing is, I think they're just gonna copy and paste Hulk's powers, but make her have like a kind of like a middle ground thing, because like She-Hulk was supposed to be like, yes, she got stronger as she got angrier, but it was also like harder to make her angry as opposed to Bruce. If that makes any sense. Like in the comic book, she has like a third transformation almost. Like, you know, like she's like basically the 8-foot tall like green Amazon woman who like everyone's like, I'm gonna have this muscle bound lady crush my head with her thighs. You know what I'm talking. Bogart knows what I'm talking about. We've all seen it already all over the internet. It's already like people are like She-Hulk.
Oh, we all know she's thinking the same thing.
You know, Carissa, you're awfully looking a little red there. I'm starting to wonder. You a little embarrassed? Yeah. You a little embarrassed, huh?
Huh?
You thinking about that Amazon woman and you're just like, crush me, mommy.
You know, I'm thinking about having a threesome with both of your moms. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna have a very boring threesome. My mother's frigid as. No, I'm just kidding. That was a mean joke. My mom's gonna watch this. My mother does watch this. She's gonna be like, fuck you. That's okay. My mother knows I have a twisted sense of humor anyway, so.
You're going to hell.
That's alright. Been there, done that.
If you want a fun time, Brian's mom, you know who to call.
You know, you're looking awfully red there. I think Chris is a little embarrassed now.
You know, it's funny when I do it, but when you do it, it's just creepy.
That's just called being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Misandrist.
Gaslight.
I mean, what? Who said that?
Girl boss.
Thank you.
That's weird.
Carissa, the open misandrist.
Yes.
She hits me regularly.
I do. I'll hit you right now.
Do it.
Anyway, I also think that I don't know. I find the some of these Marvel fanboys are just fucking babies. Like, they tried to like dislike bomb, if you will, the Eternals on Rotten Tomatoes before the movie came out.
They're the same people who like the Captain America, like, before Falcon became.
Oh,
what was the guy's
Soldier?
Name? No, during Captain America and the Winter Soldier, the guy who plays Captain America that went insane.
Are you talking about Bucky?
No, the guy that Bucky hated in the show.
Oh, I don't remember. Good guy or bad guy?
He eventually becomes a bad guy.
Zemo?
No, it's who the government appointed as Captain America.
Paul Walker.
Yeah, Paul Walker. They're the same people who defended him.
Yeah, the U.S. agent. That's
Yes.
his superhero title.
Yeah, they're the same people who defended him, and when he basically decapitated that guy with the shield.
Yeah. They're the same people who are like, he's the Captain America we wanted. Yeah, I bet he is, you racist fucks. Anyway.
Yeah, that just shows they had no idea what Captain America stood for.
Yeah. It's I'm telling you, the next Avengers movie is going to be amazing, and I'm looking forward to seeing like guys like Ben Shapiro have like a bitch fit over it.
Like, boy, you can't get your wife wet. Shut the fuck up.
Accurate. Look here, okay.
My
doctor wife told me that, you know, a wet ass P word is a bad thing.
It's a P word.
I want to go to like the newest Avenger movie and just hear some like 50-year-old guy complain of the seat like in front of me about how like it was all a bunch of wokeism, and I just want to fucking laugh my ass off.
Are you kidding me? There's all that on Twitter. It drives me crazy. Like, I saw when they announced the X-Men, the 90s X-Men cartoon was getting a continuation, and they're calling it X-Men 1997. Is what they're calling it for Disney Plus, and it's a continuation of the old cartoon. They're gonna keep they're trying to get the voice actors, the old music, all of the whole shebang. And Twitter is just like, oh, it's gonna be full of wokeism, and I'm like what you just said, and I'm like, bro, do you not get what the X-Men is about? Like, tell me you've never read an X-Men comic without telling me you've never read an X-Men comic.
That was literally what he made it for, was so that it could be a metaphor for diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's like, that's why the X-Men like are often like the favorite superheroes for a lot of people of color and LGBT people.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, you know what I mean? It's I don't know. I don't understand where these guys are getting their information from. They act like this is all new, and it's like, it's not new. It's very old.
Because they don't read comics.
Oh gosh. Oh, what was it? There was that one lady who like, you can't just change everything about a guy on TikTok. She threw a hissy fit over Superman, the new one who's bisexual, and she's like, you can't make him change. He only loves Lois Lane, and it's like,
it's not even
wrong fucking character, bro.
It's like not even the right Superman. Oh my god, it's so ridiculous.
The right complains about identity politics, but always engages in identity politics. It's amazing.
It's like watching, you know, it's funny. It's watching old people throw a temper tantrum like they're a bunch of 10-year-olds who didn't get their way.
These younger generations have no respect. These stupid cunts. They all deserve to die.
It's like, oh, you're projecting, I see. That's all I think when I see some old person say that. I'm like, oh, I see you're projecting a little bit there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's half of what they do. They project their own shit onto people. It's like, they're like, the Democrats are cheating, the Democrats are cheating. And then when they do all the investigations, so who's doing all the cheating? Oh, that's right. All the Republican voters.
Because they have less than a decade left.
God, I hope so.
You guys are bullying grandmas right now. I hope you know that.
I'm okay with that. What are they going to do?
My grandma
dislike the video on YouTube?
My grandma thinks that the government pays for abortions. Come on.
They will eventually. I mean, what?
Hopefully.
By the time the millennial generation is old and dying, you know, they'll finally be paying for abortion.
Have a drive-through abortion clinic.
I hope so. I fucking hope so. It's just going to be a drive-through for your pills. Done. Don't worry, we'll also do a drive-through for a non-abortion, the opposite of abortion too. You're just going to be going to the same place. You're having trouble with fertility? Don't worry. Go to the Parenthood, go through the drive-through, they give you some pills, voila. Now you're super fertile. See?
You okay, Carissa?
Don't worry, Carissa. We're equal opportunity here. This is the future the Republicans are afraid of, and we're gonna build it. Mark my words. I might be an old bastard, you know, before I get to reap the benefits of it, but you know, at least I'll get to go on my deathbed going, "That's right, bitches. I'll see you in hell, Grandma." Just kidding. It's a horrible joke.
Get 2 abortions in 2 months and get the day after pill free.
Well, you know, I'm not really worried about the dislikes, you know, because what are the Republicans going to do? I can't see them anyway.
I love you.
You're vicious. Go ahead, Republicans. If it dislike the video, I can't see your dislikes anyway.
Oh, da-da.
Oh, God.
No. No. No.
It was a good joke.
It was funny.
It was a good joke. It was an amazing joke, even.
But I need you to stop anyways.
I was waiting for it. I was like, she's gonna say it. She's gonna say it. There it is. Me and Carissa spend too much time on TikTok to not not get TikTok memes. I was like,
Oh wow.
they're
Careful.
everywhere. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like,
I know.
but to bring it whole back to the Marvel thing, like they're getting mad over all sorts of things. They tried to the Rotten Tomatoes bomb, Captain Marvel. They tried to do it to the Eternals. I guarantee you, the new X-Men team, they're gonna be pissed about when they bring the X-Men to the MCU. Mark my words. There's gonna be like 3 white dudes on the whole freaking team, and the rest will be LGBT and people of color because they're X-Men and diverse stories sell tickets. They do, and that's a good thing. Like
The X-Men story, it's gonna be interesting how they bring in Professor X and Magneto, because like it eventually comes a time where it's way past World War II, so like eventually their backstories will have to eventually change if they are to stay.
Yeah, I think what they're gonna have to change it to be honest, is go from like more of a civil rights era thing.
Yeah, that's one of the things like I heard about like on this show called Back Fiend Focus.
Yeah.
Like they were like thinking about like making Professor X and Magneto like African Americans who were part of the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
Like not only fighting for their rights as African Americans, but for the rights of mutants.
Yeah. Well, and in a world where, or they're gonna have to update like some of the power sets or something. You know what I mean? Like they'll have to say like, oh, Magneto's got something that makes him live longer than normal people, or you know what I mean, something like that. They'll have
Lazarus.
they'll have to make like a Lazarus pit or something for mutants, like what you just said. Yeah. That's the only way they can keep Professor X and him on the same page. They'll have to make, oh yeah, by the way, they found something that makes it to where like, oh yeah, they're gonna live longer.
Magneto was a follower of Malcolm X originally.
Yeah, they could do that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there were white people that did side with MLK and Malcolm X back in the day. So.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's another thing I think in history class. I remember I didn't learn about that until years later, that there were actually white people that walked among them. There weren't a lot of them, but most of them were probably my grandma's friends. But that's all.
They were all rioters and looters.
Yeah, exactly. The most of the white people in that era were probably my grandmother's friends yelling about segregation and how it was going to ruin America or some nonsense.
Martin Luther King's
desegregation. You know what I mean? Yeah. They were like, "Yeah, you can't have black people and white people in the same room, and it's gonna ruin America." I'm like, oh, shut up, big fucking babies.
Fun fact: MLK was for a very short time a communist, or at least learned about communist ideology.
The more I've learned about it through TikTok, which is ironic that TikTok has kind of become my history class, because let's face it, my public education system was hot trash.
Yeah.
Like I learned, like I was telling Carissa, it baffles me every time I go on TikTok. I learn something new, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just over here just baffled. Like, why didn't I learn this when I was 15?
Because racism.
Pretty much. It's all, but that's all the center of it. It's racism's the center of like half the problems in the country. No joke. Police brutality, the prison industrial complex, the education issues.
Then half the
abortion.
people in this country don't think that racism exists in this country.
Oh, that's true, and it's a fucking.
And most of those people are the racists.
They're like, what? He can vote, can't he? That's good enough, or some bullshit like that. That's what they think. Stop me when I lie.
Doesn't matter that there's one voting booth 59 miles away.
They can vote. That's good enough.
Doesn't matter if it takes 27 hours in the day to actually vote.
Man, these right wingers are gonna be pissed. They're gonna be turning over in their grave when this country gets fixed, and it's gonna happen.
That's
My generation will probably be dead or dying when it starts getting fixed. But hey, it's gonna happen.
Let's just blow it up.
Failed nuke. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
V for Vendetta.
Oh, speaking of that, my governor is trying to get rid of that book. In Texas.
What?
Yeah, Greg Abbott wants to get rid of a bunch of books from the school curriculum or from that are like in the libraries in public schools, and V for Vendetta is on that list.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Gee, why would he want to get rid of a story about a guy taking down a far-right tyrannical government?
Wonder why.
I can't fathom.
I find it funny, like, conservatives, they get pissed whenever the left takes down Confederate monuments saying, that's our history, we have to preserve it. How are children ever going to learn? And then they're okay with banning books.
And all that also talk about our history, because some of the other books that are on that list are written by people of color authors historians who talk about what happened to like the Native Americans and the black people during the Civil Rights Movement and during the Civil War. They're all like actual historical, factual books and talking about like the Daughters of the Confederacy and stuff like that. And
you don't understand. If we teach our children racism, the white children's feelings are going to get hurt, and we can't do that.
Except that they're not going to get hurt. They're just going to be like, wow, my great-grandma was a dick. And they're just going to go, well, we're not going to be a dick like my great-grandma and grandpa. Done.
I should be allowed to teach my children that black people are inferior.
I'm sorry, you said you had German in your family.
Yes.
You have to get out, because I know what your people did to my people, and I can't be seen with you.
Well, this is on YouTube, so you're a little late to that front.
Hot dang.
I think now we're just exploring some of Carissa's kinks, through a historical lens now.
Wow.
No more Emmett. No more. Your Emmett privileges have been taken away.
They're only going to get worse as time goes on.
You missed it. He was talking about the Charlie Swan thing earlier while you were in the bathroom.
Well, like this.
You saying like, oh, you're just like Bella, and then said, but you're dating somebody who cosplays as Charlie Swan. There's some interesting family dynamic things there, and I was like, I don't want to think about that.
I made a
I
joke.
Think about that.
I made a joke in her because it's all fun and games till she accidentally moans "Daddy."
She will never do that. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. I need you to stop.
It's a great joke, even.
You should have saw her face the first time I told the joke. She went beet red and was all like, "Oh God!" Oh, it was great. Oh,
I don't even cosplay. I just like flannels.
You dressed up as Charlie Swan for me like 2 times. That's cosplaying.
I
You're
like
dressing
flannels.
up as a character.
You're welcome. You're welcome to the
Yeah,
cosplay community.
You shaved a mustache and everything. That's dedication.
It's
Yeah.
okay,
I know you
Bogart.
don't
Just
think that like that, but
just embrace your inner cosplayer. It's okay. You're gonna see
I
us in
don't have enough
Ghostbuster
money to
outfits
cosplay.
eventually. Say what?
I don't have enough money to cosplay.
What are you talking about? All you had to do was shave and wear red flannel. Done. Problem solved. See? Wasn't that hard?
The cheapest one ever.
That's alright. That's alright. Cosplay is cosplay. It doesn't matter.
Actually, you can cosplay a civilian.
Yeah, and he's not technically wrong. I'm just saying. He's not technically he's not wrong. Oh God, could you imagine being a civilian in like the Marvel universe? Like, oh my God, I'd be so pissed off. I'd be like, motherfucker's got superpowers and I don't. This is some bullshit.
Oh, I remember like when like a lot of the superhero shows were like starting to come on. There was like this one show about like just like what it would be like if you were just like a regular person in a world full of superheroes. A show like that was on.
Oh my God, I'd be mad because I want to be one of the superheroes. God damn it.
I'd probably be an anti-hero.
Yeah, I think actually it's realistic. I was actually telling Carissa this once. I think you and I had a conversation about this a while back. We were talking about like what the real world implications of people with superpowers would be, and I talked about
Yeah.
yeah, and I mentioned like you would have so many factions of people, like I honestly do think you would have your Avengers, your Justice League, you know, your good guy G Willikers Batman type heroes, if you will. You know what I mean? Who are like, we're gonna let the cops arrest them and take them to jail. But you also, at the same time, you would have like factions of heroes who are like anti-heroes. Like you would have, like the Thunderbolts, who are they're superheroes, but they're not afraid to solve the problem permanently. You know, and then of course you would also have people who are just pretending to be heroes, like the Seven from The Boys.
Yeah, I think the boys would portray a world with superheroes a lot better. I think their portrayal is like probably what would be the most accurate.
And how like they're really like the superheroes are just like glorified, like they're like celebrities meet like natural disaster workers. That's like what the 90% of their stuff is.
Yeah, they're just like complete assholes. Giant corporation taking control of everything, monopolizing it.
Yep. Yep. Sounds about right. And like all the good superheroes are like have to go underground, or you know what I mean, have to fight as a team or something to take on like bigger, stronger ones like Homelander. So like,
Well, I think
yeah, go ahead.
only one person who can kill Homelander if you know the comics.
Well, it wasn't the guy. Oh, what's his name? The ninja that's on the team.
Spoilers.
Yeah, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. He's like the ninja on the team of the Seven. But
I forget his name. But
yeah,
like
something midnight
spoilers,
or something like that. I don't know. Or
spoilers. Like in the comics, he is actually the ninja guy. He's actually a clone of Homelander.
yeah, and because he's a clone of Homelander, he can do a lot of what Homelander can do. I don't know if he has like, the exact same powers, but
I'm pretty sure he does.
and then although I will say this, I do think that like I don't know. Oh, no, I gotta.
Fuck you.
No, camera.
That's for later.
Sorry about that. I thought I was about to sneeze.
We weren't doing anything.
What were y'all doing? Were y'all macking on each other? You nasty.
Huh? It was her.
I believe it. You filthy harlot. Sorry. That's a quote from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I love that show.
Spike is Spike is the funniest character. I said it.
Trying to fall on me.
Oh my goodness. See, this is what I'm gonna do, Chris. I'm gonna eventually get you to watch Buffy, but I'm gonna have you skip a few seasons because like nobody wants to watch her high school shenanigans. I said what I said. I'm sorry. I don't care about Buffy till she's out of high school. I'll be straight up.
Didn't realize that was even an option. I see, unless I can get into things like Twilight because I started watching it when I was 12.
Yeah.
But for me, I have a hard time going and starting things now that are about young people because I just can't relate to it.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's already nostalgic in my brain, it brings me back to when I was that age.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of
it was,
like how I
hard for
can
me.
watch Power
I tried watching
Rangers.
Buffy and it way made me want to pull my hair out. I watched like one episode and I was like, ugh.
It's relatable. It's
What
like
if
it's
this
like when I
weird-
watch Mighty Morphin versus like whatever the new team is. Like Mighty Morphin has nostalgia, so it's like I remember watching this episode when I was 5, but it's the exact same episode with just new people and new Rangers, and it's like, why is this so corny?
It's like it was always bad, just it was
Yeah.
nostalgic for
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like anyway, back to the MCU thing. Like, so the next Avengers team's gonna look. I think it's gonna look really interesting because we're gonna have a Black Captain America. We're gonna have. I think we're gonna have Lady Thor. You know, we're gonna have Jane Foster Thor. That's my theory. I think Love and Thunder. I think might be Chris Evans' last Thor movie. It's my theory. I don't know for sure. I just think that it might be. And she might be the new Thor, and I think like the team is gonna look totally different. I think the next one's gonna have like Black Knight, She-Hulk, Blade. It's gonna be a very different Avengers team, I think.
Moon Knight, maybe.
Moon Knight possibly too. Yeah, you're right. Maybe this new Hawkeye, because that's like the whole thing with the Hawkeye Disney Plus show is like it's Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye training this new young lady to be the new one, so he can retire. So
yeah. Girl boss.
Yeah.
Girl boss.
You're literally about to see a team with like what, maybe 2 white guys on the whole damn team, and the rest will be people of color and ladies.
We can't include Tom Holland's Spider-Man. We're not sure about that.
Well, we could still have his Spider-Man, just not Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. He could just be a voice in a suit. Nobody would ever know.
Wait, why?
Marvel and Sony are being jackasses.
Again.
What? Why? What's going? I didn't hear about that.
The rights for Spider-Man.
Again?
Yeah.
I bet you so. Which one? Who's wanting more money, Sony or Disney this time?
No clue.
No clue. It's just more drama.
Probably Sony.
Probably.
Since they have the rights.
It's all fun and games until Disney buys you out again. That's how they're gonna get all the rights back. They're gonna buy out Sony at some point. Be like, look, you're gonna give us the rights to Spider-Man, or we're just gonna buy your company out for money.
The MCU is a perfect example of corporate monopolization.
Yeah.
The only thing that scares me is the day that Disney buys DC Comics. That's the day that it'll frighten me. Like, could you imagine? Like, it's all under one umbrella now. Like, all the superhero stories are all under Disney. Oh my god, it'd be horrible. You literally could see stories where the X-Men have to fight the Seven.
Oh my god.
And then Superman comes to rescue them. Oh god, it would be crazy. But yeah. Anyway, I'm actually really excited to see where the MCU is going with these new characters and the new adventures they're going. I just wish these racist white dudes would quit like trying to dislike bomb everything and attacking. And they're attacking everyone online who like says they like these movies. Like, there's a guy I follow on TikTok. I can't remember his name, but he talks about Marvel movies all the time, and he talks about how like some of his favorite ones are like Captain Marvel and Black Panther, and because he's a white guy, he gets shit for it from other white guys. I'm like,
personally, I didn't like Captain Marvel. I don't think the story was there, but I liked Black Panther.
Yeah, but you don't. But also, you're not hating on. But you're not going around online going, "Well, you like Captain Marvel? Well, that's because you suck and you're stupid and that kind of thing." Either.
You just like it because she's a woman.
Yeah, exactly. That's legit what his comment section ends up looking like. And I'm just like, I enjoyed Captain Marvel actually, but my favorite stuff was like the stuff where she like beats up the sexist biker dude.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
I don't remember.
I don't remember if that's exactly the thing, but he's just like he's like there's some random guy who hits on her, and she like
he's just being nice.
Yeah, exactly. So he's being nice. So she's giving her a compliment. I'm like, no, he's like literally like hey babe, how you doing? Like some lady. He's like talking to her, like really scummy. Yeah, I think you remember the character. She like twists his arm and like takes his motorcycle or something like that.
It's ringing a bell, maybe.
Yeah,
probably.
I don't really remember. It's like she basically just pulled like a Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger from the Terminator movies. He's like,
one
no.
of these days, take compliments.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're going to hell. And I'm going to help Satan.
Carissa's gonna make sure that strap-on has little to no lube. That's for the devils. So that's what happens when you go to hell. You get pegged.
I like it rough.
All right. The box is right down there. Go ahead and pull him out. Look at Wall Boy. He's going up tonight.
I'll do it.
He's going up tonight.
I'll
God.
take stuff out of that box.
Oh God! Don't do that.
Hey,
you wanted to use that bath bomb. You get this pretty flower bath bomb, and then I aggressively peg you.
Oh,
yes.
God.
Yes.
I love it so much.
I guarantee you at least more Christian men
You
might
get to
be
know what
actually...
it feels like by the time I'm done with you.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if more Christian men would stop being as bigoted as they are if there was literally a theory that if they went to hell, the devil was going to peg them. Could you imagine? They're like, oh no, I'm going to go donate everything to the poor right now. I can't have the devil touching my booty.
I remember this movie called Porky's, I believe. They gather up a bunch of like KKK members, like in an auditorium with all the lights off. Then they turn on the lights, and the auditorium is filled with Native Americans. And they're like, apparently these guys like shaved the head of one of their friends who's Native American. So they decide to give them a shave, and they pull out clippers that that are meant for like cutting off like your foreskin.
Oh my God.
It's like, we're gonna give you a clip. And they were like, no, we're not gonna do that. And all the Native Americans just stand up and they're like, okay. It was funny.
What? That's some dark humor right there.
I love dark humor.
I know you do.
Drive-through abortion clinic.
I feel like we at least got one coupon now, right?
Oh God. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm not opposed to the idea of an abortion clinic with a drive-through because most abortions are uphill anyway.
That's true.
So, stop me when I lie. If most of it's all just basically what I'm really talking when you make sure, a drive-through abortion clinic does sound like a conservative nightmare, but realistically, it's just a drive-through medication. Yeah, it's just medication for a drive-through.
And if there's any procedures, just like, all right, just open the door, please. All right, take a position. Now, whoop.
Oh my God.
Hey. Hey.
It's okay. What? It's okay. What are they gonna do? Dislike bomb the video? I'm not scared of nothing now. What are you gonna do? They can't dislike bomb the video. I won't see them anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, wow, look at all the people who liked what I had to say. It's a good thing there's nobody who doesn't like what I had to say about this topic.
Well, if you're trying for enough monetization, I don't think that's gonna happen with this video.
Well, not this video, but luckily for me, the channel that this is going on, I'm not really worried about it getting monetized anytime soon. Yeah, my Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's a bit of a difference. Still better than somebody else, though.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am definitely doing better than him on both my channels. I think I'm doing better than that guy on all of my social media, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew you were talking about.
Speaking of that, going to do it on my social media, I finally broke 600 on my TikTok.
Well, congratulations.
606. Now I'm right behind you, Carissa.
Yeah, my TikTok's not going anywhere. That's okay. I was TikTok famous once, and I'm my time is over.
Stop posting TikToks of me, or you'll get followers.
Oh, self-burn. Nah.
She's just not. See, the problem is she's just not throwing the right TikToks out there. See, she's just, she's saving all the good stuff for her Instagram.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna include Bogart in the TikToks, you might as well show off the good assets.
You gotta stop.
You know you like it. You know you like the bussy.
I'm just saying, all on Instagram, she's just like, look at them biscuits.
I'm poor.
All right, we'll start your own OnlyFans.
Ooh. You want to help me?
Oh God!
I need help making the account.
Oh goodness!
And if you want to hold the camera.
Oh God!
Okay, I'll help you by pegging you.
Oh
yeah.
God!
There's a lot of people who'd pay for that.
Yeah.
You know what? Surprisingly, a large number of women say on TikTok they would pay for that content. Just saying.
And if it means getting a good paycheck.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Money's money.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Who are you praying
I mean,
to? I hope it's not
Carissa
Yahweh.
religious.
He's not listening.
I just turned Carissa religious.
Yeah, I know. She's gonna like. I need to get on my knees and pray. What you know?
Honor.
It's okay. She's been in that position before. She's been to multiple churches. Wait, are we not talking about being innocent and praying to the good Lord Jesus?
Well, that depends. Were they Catholic churches?
I don't know, Carissa. Comment? Carissa's gonna kill us when the camera stops rolling.
She's gonna kill me, not you.
Oh yeah, I don't know how. It depends on how long it would take her to drive here.
No.
She gonna kill you first, but I'm next.
You stop.
She stole my phone.
No more phone.
Yeah, you've been grounded.
You're too far
so.
ahead in this game.
Oh god.
No, you're not doing that.
Give me your phone.
Oh. Well, since we're having to deal with this cute couple shit, let's go ahead and talk about the next
I just
topic.
want to download free porn.
No.
Why do you like this?
No. You're not deleting my game, and you're not downloading.
I'm
porn.
not deleting your game. I was gonna download free porn.
You're not
Big
doing that
difference.
either.
Yeah, to be honest with you though, I feel like the deleting of the game might be far more egregious than the furry porn.
It's connected to Facebook, so it would all like come back anyways. But still,
yeah, I'm saying like. Also, you know what? That's a thing I've noticed a lot on TikTok. Is like the TikTok does have a good thing where they call out like guys for being toxic, but I've noticed they're very even about it. Like when they talk about like ladies deleting like guys like saved
yeah,
games.
that's gross.
I'm just like, yes, finally.
Unless something heinous happened, like they cheated on you and you're leaving them, then I'm not like. I'm more in favor of like Taylor Swift's way of taking out revenge.
Yeah.
True song.
Yeah, like exposing people rather than just like doing things like that. You know. I think like
Right.
the deleting thing was kind of like desperate and icky. Like
It's
I saw
more-
one thing of a TikTok girl. She was talking about how she logged into her ex's Snapchat and like removed all the female friends on there.
Mm-hmm. That's some toxic.
And I'm
shit.
just like, you already broke up with him. Who cares? Like, it just felt weird to me. It's like I'm like thinking like it's not like a big deal, but also like it doesn't look flattering on you.
yeah, it's
It makes
toxic.
you look kind of desperate and icky.
Well,
Icky.
Anyway.
Mhm.
So speaking of toxicity, Carissa has recently watched The Duff, and there's lots of toxic characters in there and interesting characters. So
No,
let's talk about this movie. Have you seen it yet, Bogart?
no.
I have not seen the Duff, but I
Alright,
basically know the concept.
Okay, well,
No
spoilers.
plot.
Just FYI, you have been warned. Spoilers are coming. So, Carissa, what are your thoughts on the movie? Let's go ahead and get you because you're the starter here.
I thought it was really, really cute. You know.
Same. My favorite part in the whole movie is when she realizes she likes him, and she's in the bathroom.
That was done so well. The way they mapped it out feels perfectly like how actual realization moments work, where it's not like an instantaneous thing. It's like a slow drip.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I thought that was. I love how they set that up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just really funny too. Like he's like, who's number one in your brain? This guy.
But it's like you think you want the artsy guitar boy, and then you're like, I want the weird dumb jock who I've been next door neighbors with. Yes, you do.
As
and,
young.
and I think it's funny because like, and he's like, yeah, he's the dumb jock or whatever, but he's actually not dumb. His character is. That's the thing that's really interesting. It's like it's almost like the dumb part is an act.
Yeah.
Like he actually is intelligent.
Feelings.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
Are you seeing some parallels, Bogart? Huh?
No, you just actually are.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, except here's the
Well,
thing.
it's like that thing where like people put themselves down a lot because it's like, oh, if I'm not book smart, then I'm not smart at all. But you
Mhm.
know, I think there's like different forms of brain power.
Yeah. Also,
I'm
like,
just
I liked his character though. I actually legitimately liked him.
yeah, the other thing that I thought was interesting was like, do you remember the scene where they go to her like special place with the big rock?
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was so good. I felt that betrayal.
Yeah, like, and he's macking on the toxic girlfriend or the ex girlfriend.
Yeah. I think all of us knew a girl like that in high school.
Yeah. Like, also, I was kind of like, damn, that bitch has eyes everywhere.
Yeah, it felt a little bit silly at some points.
Like,
But it was still good. But I felt like the fact that they like she's gonna go as far as to like have one of her friends follow them out in the woods and record them, just it felt like to me that's when it got to the point where it was silly now.
yeah.
And not
What? I'm gonna Google that.
But that
real
scene where they were like where they had their first kiss and stuff, I thought was so well done, but I also wanted to slap him up the head.
quick. Yeah. I'm gonna Google the Duff. I don't remember when it came out.
I would have been in high school, I think.
2015. Wow, it's a movie's. It's been a
Oh,
while.
Yeah, it would have been when I just started high school then.
Yeah.
True.
Oh man, good year. Anyway, I
What
was.
year did you graduate?
2019.
Wow.
When did you graduate?
2017.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
2009.
You're older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're only like 16 then. That doesn't make any sense.
No. 1998.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'll shut up. Never mind.
She had a blonde moment. Ow!
Uh, I see that those must happen pretty often. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I don't know. That the movie came out into the. I also find it really interesting that like the toxic girlfriend or ex girlfriend or whatever is like, I'm gonna be YouTube famous,
Yes.
and I'm just
It
over here
reminds
like,
me-
it actually kind of is very dating in a way. Like, because when you're watching it, you're realizing the content that she's making.
They
for
talk about
YouTube.
Vine a lot too.
Yeah, and
That's the first sign that it was old. TikTok wasn't mentioned. It was all Vine.
yeah, dude, I wonder if somebody was like gonna ever edit it to like say, oh no, we're talking about TikTok, not or whatever.
No, I like how it is because I feel like it captures a moment in time.
Yeah,
How
very
quick
much.
things change. That was actually something I really loved about it. It helped me feel like how I felt when I was a teenager.
Mhm.
I usually can't stand those type of stuff, but I felt like it captured, like it felt like I was actually hanging out with teenagers from that time era,
Yeah.
which I know wasn't that long ago, but it's enough of a difference, you know.
Well, I play Yu-Gi-Oh, so like for me it was kind of like, oh yeah, in like 2015, like I was an adult, but I had teenage friends around that time because I play Yu-Gi-Oh and at the card
Right.
shop, you don't get to really pick your opponents, so
Yeah.
Magic.
oh well, you're playing a more complicated game, so I give you that.
I tried learning Yu-Gi-Oh. No, that was complicated.
I think Magic is more complicated. I think that Yu-Gi-Oh is like it's just bigger numbers. It's more math. But anyway,
It's pretty good to learn. I'm going to teach her, or force her to learn.
You can try. Highly doubt it's gonna stick.
Can you count numbers?
No. 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 No.
in fact, Carissa's still learning what.
Are you sure blonde is your natural color?
We're making mean blonde jokes. I guarantee you, there's gonna be some blonde person in the comment section. That is a big
Damn,
stereotype.
Darker than yours.
Yeah.
It's because I'm a Jew.
Jew.
I'm a French Jew.
I'm gonna keep my comments.
You
to
give up
myself.
on things easily?
And Bogart's gonna get stabbed. That's what's gonna get me the views is when Carissa snaps and actually stabs you.
Domestic abuse. What, you don't like it? You don't like it? You don't like it?
Hit me more, daddy.
Oh. This is how we beat
Say
you,
it
Carissa.
again.
We just make it
Say it again.
awkward.
Hit me more, daddy.
Say it again.
Hit me more.
Say it again.
Hit me more, daddy.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
The-
no.
The DeLorean fell.
Oh my
The
goodness.
DeLorean. DeLorean. The DeLorean.
You see, when we make puns, it's funny.
You know, I think I'm pretty funny. My kids like me.
Do they, though?
Yes. My nieces and nephews actually like me, and they don't think I'm ugly.
No fun.
No fun?
No fun.
He loves me.
No fun.
I'm gonna get him tomorrow.
Oh, I think it's hilarious. Carissa's nieces and nephews are hilarious. There's like, what was it? There was a TikTok she made like forever ago where they were like walking around without pants because they thought she was, and it was funny.
Yes! Oh my god, that day! Because I was wearing short shorts and she was like walking around outside with her underwear on. And I was like, honey, no, you gotta put pants on. She's like, no, I want to be like you. I'm like, I'm wearing pants, and I eventually gave up and I let her walk around outside with underwear because I couldn't argue with her logic.
It was funny. It was such a kid moment, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the kid's just like, I'm gonna be like Aunt Carissa, and I'm not wearing pants.
And then I taught them the toast your buns song where you put your butt on the fire and you toast your buns.
I've never heard the song.
I made it up. That's why.
Oh my
You
God.
gotta toast your buns. So I taught them to stick their booty on the fire and say you're toasting your buns. And then Lizzie, I'm like, look what I taught your children today.
Can you teach me that song?
Gotta toast your buns, toast your buns. Do you see the video? I got like it was like a year ago, last week or whatever. The one of Joey singing "Let It Go" in a Batman costume.
I did not see
He
that.
sang the whole thing perfectly, like he had it memorized. This little boy, right?
Mhm.
And then to the point where you know how Elsa like throws off her cape, he did that
Oh,
with the Batman cape. It was so cute. Oh, I gotta send you that video. It's so cute.
cute.
It's so cute.
Oh, my goodness.
I love my kids.
There's some definitely some cute moments on Carissa's TikTok. Y'all should all go follow Carissa on TikTok. You'll see some cute stuff there. It's mostly just objectifying Bogey right now, but you know, eventually it'll circle back.
I haven't been doing TikTok as much as I used to.
Well, every video I've come across so far, it's just you know, making goo eyes.
I don't see that.
Who wouldn't?
Carissa, do you feel called out yet? You're getting a little pink around the cheek area. You feeling called out yet a little bit?
No, I just have chronic illness.
Oh,
I have Crohn's disease.
that's everyone's excuse. I'm just kidding. So stupid.
Should have wore the hoodie today. That way you can't touch me.
Oh goodness! All right, so on the
No,
Duff.
no.
Yeah.
No.
So what did you think of? So obvious. I know I interrupted you, but like, what was your
We're talking about
what was
the
your
Duff.
favorite moment?
Favorite moment? I know this is not gonna sound very creative, but I definitely think the moment where she like first realizes that she likes him, just because I liked how that scene was edited.
Yeah.
But they did a really good job showing like perspective scenes of like you know what's going on in her head versus what's actually happening.
Yeah.
I know we already talked about that, but that would probably be my favorite.
I think there are just so
I don't
many
know. I
good
also
moments
really liked
though.
the ending where you get to just see them being a happy couple and like them joking around together. I thought
Yeah.
that was just really nice seeing their dynamic and how they can kind of joke about what's gone on. Like they're talking about like, oh, we got to go to Buster's and so we can sit close to each other. It's like, oh my gosh, can we touch knees? I loved that. I thought that was really cute and it showed a little bit more of like what an everyday romance is versus
Yeah.
like dramatic stuff. Because
Yeah.
I enjoy that better. I love movies like When Harry Met Sally, where it's more about the little moments versus like some grand gesture stuff, you know?
Twilight.
Twilight.
Twilight is a very dramatic romantic story.
Yeah.
But
See, and I like Twilight, but like for me, I don't look at that and go, "Oh my god, that's what I want," you know.
yeah. Well, and plus I think a lot of people forget like Twilight's dramatic because it's got supernatural creatures involved.
Yeah. And I love it. It's a good escapism thing, but
Yeah.
like I don't look at that and go, "Oh my god, goals."
Yeah. But the Duff might be a little bit like
Yeah, I love the Duff. I thought cuz see, I think it, you know, that's my favorite like love story theme is like friendship type things. I love that.
That's
See
what I was
that's more
gonna
my
say.
thing. I feel like everybody always has the and it like and I get like why people like enemies to lovers, but like I prefer the friendship ones because I feel like that's who you're gonna actually want to hang out with on a day-to-day basis, you know?
Yeah, and that's something that was very like I don't know, like I felt like that's what made that story feel natural, like because they really
Yeah.
were friends.
They were
First.
yeah,
And it
I
really
think it's
started
just,
off
like,
that
a
way.
matter of admitting it to yourself, and that's the thing
Mhm.
is like you get to see them both kind of grow as characters. I really liked that, and it felt like I was watching some teenagers learn to grow the fuck up, and I liked that.
Yeah.
It felt yeah, I liked it.
I also I really liked like the end where like that the bitch gets what she has coming to her.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
God.
definitely felt very but I did like how because I feel like every high school movie has to have the dramatic crown scene, but I did like the fact that it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna take the crown off of her and give it to you. I like the fact that he walks out without the crown. I thought
Yeah.
that was like this stuff is stupid anyways, and they both leave together. I liked that. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, that was like a real like epic win. I was like, man, where was
Yeah.
that? I needed that in high school. I needed that moment.
Yeah, it was really well done. I don't know. I liked their dynamic. It felt real. Like sometimes it really feels faked and forced. I feel like there's very few actors you find that have like really good chemistry, and I thought they had a good bantering chemistry.
Oh yeah. I wonder if like they're actually like we're very friends, very like friendly.
Yeah, they're friends or a couple. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
sometimes people do that on purpose. You know, they'll like cast people that are already together because it's
Yeah.
easier.
well, I meant like maybe they weren't a couple, but like maybe like they
Oh.
were buddies, you know, before.
Fun fact: Taylor Swift's most recent re-release music video. I bet you think about me.
Mm-hmm.
The couple that are getting married in it are an actual married couple that she
Oh.
chose that she's friends with.
Oh, that's cute.
Anyways, and oh, I learned a fun fact because of that. Did you know it's a Southern tradition where if somebody wears red to a wedding, it means that they slept with the groom?
What? I'm from
I
the
just
South,
learned
and that's
that,
the
yeah.
first time I've heard that.
I'd never heard of it either, but apparently that's like a thing, and and this kind of symbol actually shows up to the wedding in like all red.
I'm gonna show up to the next wedding I go to in all red just for fun.
This is your brother's wedding. I said what I said.
I said what I said. Red cowboy hat and all.
I just thought that was so funny. Anyways, not important to what we were talking about at all, but I just thought that was really funny. She actually had like her married friends.
Oh yeah. I just
Do
kind of
that
wondered
for
if
her.
like the actors who played the couple in that movie were also friends.
Yeah, they seemed like they were actual friends. I definitely could see that.
Yeah.
I liked the casting of her too, because I've seen her in a lot of movies before that, and she always was playing that character. Like she's the one that's on the Wallflower movie, the one you like too.
Yeah, that's one
Perks
of
of
my
Being a
favorites.
Wallflower.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she's in that, and she plays the friend who is, he is a shitty boyfriend too, type thing.
Yeah. She's
And
the,
I've seen
she's
her
the
do
Duff
that.
in
She's
that
played
movie
a lot of
too.
other roles where she's. Sorry, what?
I would say she's the Duff in that movie too. Perks of Being
Yeah,
a
that's what I mean. I've seen her in a lot of films where she's always playing that character, so I thought it was really nice to see somebody who's constantly like in those type of roles.
Which is funny
Trying to
because
get
like
kids to have her
she's
own main
you know
movie.
well like they touch on in the movie, she's not really a Duff, if you will. Like she's not ugly or fat or anything.
Yeah, I like how they clarified that too, because I feel like that's really common. That's how I felt in
Yeah.
my group of sisters. I was always like the least attractive one, and it wasn't that I was unattractive, it's just that it was really hard to feel pretty when I was constantly around supermodel looking females, and gave me a lot of body issues when you're 12 and you're called the fat Smith girl. I'm a little traumatized still.
I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, like I know that I'm pretty sure I was the Duff in my friends group too. So
Definitely. Yeah. Yes.
I was definitely the ugly one in my childhood group.
I was
Most-
definitely Duff.
Yeah. Well, you're a theater kid too.
So was I.
My boy.
You still got main roles and got to kiss somebody else's girlfriend, so I
Yeah,
feel like
that
you're
was
doing
funny.
okay.
I did
I feel
too.
like you did okay tonight.
I was the ugly guy, and I got to have a on-screen romance with a buddy's girlfriend.
I've never done a stage kiss or anything like that before.
Oh yeah, I didn't either.
The
I just
closest I've had to do was like holding hands with somebody on stage.
yeah.
My first kiss was that stage kiss.
Yeah. Your virgin lips were taken away in such a heinous act.
Yep.
Used piece of gum.
And
And for what?
Then I got my first girlfriend for like 2 months. Then we broke up. We broke up on Christmas.
Oh! Oof, that's hard.
Yeah.
Oof. I thought I was bad. I had my birthday. I think that was my first one. It was on my birthday. It was like right after my birthday, actually, but it was like the day after. I'm
think-
fine now. Don't touch me.
My first big breakup was like right after graduation, like a month later.
Oh.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, that was my high school sweetheart broke up with me like a month after we graduated.
I feel like that's a really common time.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like people kind of like thinking about what they want to do for the future and stuff. Like, I feel like that's when a lot of, at least high school relationships end.
Yeah.
That was, okay, maybe that was technically my first one because I kept being on again and off again with Christian. But I remember that like I think the first time he broke up with me was when he was going back to college, and he's just like, it was like a month into college, and he just was all like, he just kind of cut it off, and then a week later he asked for no, the first time he broke up with me, he asked me to get back together with him the day after that, and then the next time we broke up, he asked me to get back with him a week later. It was like a week. It might have been 2 weeks actually, 2 or 3 weeks,
Anyway.
maybe.
Yeah. I was just
Less
gonna
than
say, yeah, I was gonna say like in my case, I realized my ex was right. I was mad at her at the time. I really was. I was like, what? Why? Because I was crazy about her. But this is also the one that liked to smack me. But
I mean, it's not okay, but I'm just saying, Shrek girl is.
yeah, out of my 3 major relationships, the middle one's the one that you, the one you have.
Sorry.
Like, that's the one you can't stand. But
I can't
that
stand
she's
her.
the only one who never hit me.
Yeah, but she's an idiot.
like 2 out of the 3
wanna
literally
talk
smacked
about
the
dumb
crap out of me and
blondes, I'm
emotionally
sorry.
abused me, but no, the middle one. Oh goodness, that's just funny. But
Don't figure
yeah.
out how to... Stop playing that.
Anyway, so since we're on the topic of school a little bit, the last thing I saw was like some dress code stuff for schools.
Ugh.
I have a note on that one because like there's been a lot of like talk on TikTok talking about like school dress codes, and not just for students but maybe also for teachers.
Really?
Yeah, well, some of it's positive, some of it's negative. Like obviously when we talk about like the students, we got a lot of the female students being sexualized, or the male students having to do like ridiculous grooming standards. Like for example, you'll have
your hair off and stuff.
yeah, you gotta cut your hair, or you gotta, for men, that's what it mostly is. They want us to cut our hair, or like, like the male students, because like, well, when I was in school, they wanted us to shave our face because because we're students, we shouldn't be allowed to have facial hair, and which is really weird because like that was like around the time you start growing it, and
Yeah,
yeah, I guess they were afraid of having 18-year-olds with beards in the senior class, I guess. I don't know. It's like, hey, you forget, we're about to be adults. We're like right there. Like, here's the line to adulthood, and we're like, we're just right here. And so I guess that, I don't know, I guess that made them uncomfortable, but and then of course in my school in particular, we had like a hair length rule, so
yeah. Every time it's like, I'm sorry, I need this for play. Nope. Gotta
Yeah.
cut it off. Gotta cut it off.
Oh, well, for Bogart, because he's clearly clueless, he's like, what the hell are you talking about? When I was in high school, I spent 3 months in school suspension because I had long hair that went down past my chest. And I had it because I was in a Christian play, and I had to look like somebody from that time period. And back then, the only thing they really had to cut hair was knives.
Yeah, that's
So-
also when you did blackface, right?
So when I did what?
That's when you did blackface too, right?
Oh no, no, we did not do blackface. We did we did Middle Eastern face.
You want to talk? You want to say that? You want to talk about that?
Have a seat right there. Have a seat right there. Come on.
Okay. So I used to work for this play. That was a Christian play, and
Christian, obviously with blackface, obviously makes sense.
yeah, that I was a kid, and blackface wasn't really something that people talked about back then. So
Yeah, they didn't talk about it. They just did it.
yeah, pretty much. So basically, they've made everybody who was white had to put on this makeup on all of their skin that would be showing. So I remember I had to get like cake it on my arms, on my legs, on my face, and basically the idea was to give me a tan. So I looked like somebody
like
from the Middle East or from like Italy, you know, or Rome, you know.
So,
So
to be historically accurate, yeah, the director decided we're gonna do blackface.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much, and they made the entire cast do it because the only people who were signing up were mostly white people.
Let me guess, there was just one black person in that cast.
Yeah, usually. Actually, I'm still friends with that guy, and
I wonder why the director did that. I wonder why.
he did. To be fair, he did make the one black guy have a decent role at least. He gave him like the role of a king instead of like casting him as like, you know, something really racist or some shit. You know what I mean? Like making him a slave in the play or something.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying. I'm just be thankful he had enough common sense not to do that. You know. And you know what was really weird for me is I got cast as a Roman soldier. I'm 5'5", and the other guys are all like almost 6 feet tall, all of them. And one director had this funny idea, which I think about it now seems ridiculous, to have me at the back of the freaking line. So he had like it was like tall. This was the difference in height. Yeah, I'm at the back of the line, and I'm the short guy running behind him because I can't run as fast as the rest of them. Yeah. So that I can tell you, the director did have a sense of humor, at least. You know,
He was racist, but he could take a joke.
yeah, pretty much. Well, and I don't really know if it is the what do you call it? I don't know if the director really has as much say about it as it is maybe the people who own the play that were making us do it. Like, I really don't know. I don't know exactly why. I guess the idea they thought was because like we're in the middle of the Middle East or whatever, because that's where Jesus is born. So everybody had to put on makeup that made them look darker. But the weird thing is none of us, we just look orange to me.
Grump.
Yeah, we look like a bunch of Oompa Loompas
Oompa-dee-doo.
and in my case, I look like an Oompa Loompa with long hair and armor. Sounds like a bad D&D campaign. What race are you? I'm a barbarian Oompa Loompa.
D&D, you say, huh?
Hey, that's what I make on TikTok. But
I'm
yeah.
trying to get her and Carolyn into D&D.
Oh, there we go. Now we're gonna have a party.
See?
You're so excited about that when I told you.
Bogart
like, I
and
need
me
to go-
are about to be besties. You don't even know.
I love D&D.
I know.
I like the role playing aspect of it. I'm really bad at
Yeah.
like the technical play. I'll be honest with you. But if you want me to like step into a character and roll a dice and see if what I want to do works, that's the role I play at the table.
Oh, I love the role play aspect. It's the best part.
It's literally just theater kids. It's what we do. Well, theater men now. But yeah. So yeah, that was anyway, I worked for that play, right? So that was why I couldn't cut my hair, and my school, the principal at the time didn't care. So he threw me in school suspension for having long hair. Yeah, he was a dick. he still is a dick. But anyway, if I could fist fight him now, I still would. I'm not even lie. That's not even a joke. But
What?
I'm just annoying you.
yeah. Anyway, but here's the thing I was gonna say on the dress codes things. So there was a teacher who is recently in the news because he keeps wearing like Blue Lives Matter and Back the Blue and there's some other egregious T-shirt I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. It was some other T-shirt. It was related to like hating on the Jews essentially. Is what the T-shirt was about. And anyway, he was wearing these shirts to the school. And when the school board people like mentioned to him, "Hey, you're making students uncomfortable," his rebuttal was, "Well, I don't like the LGBT flags and the BLM stuff that the students are wearing." So that was his rebuttal. So right now there's like an argument as how to handle the teacher who is doing that. And I'm over here thinking like, well, why isn't there a dress code for the staff? Like, if he's a teacher, he should be wearing like, a tie, you know what I mean? He should be wearing like that kind of attire.
Yeah.
And, which is kind of funny when you think about it, because like, I don't think real teachers dress like that. Like none of the teachers that when I went to school, no teacher dressed as like a teacher in the movies. Like, like when you watch a movie, they show up and they wear a suit jacket, they have a tie, they got a button up on, and that's what all the male teachers wear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wear like what do you call it? Business attire, if you will. But like, or even if they don't, even if they would wear like it loosely or whatever, like they're still dressed like you know what I mean? Like in the movies, like they have the button-up shirt, maybe have their sleeves rolled up, but they're still in a button-up, and they're that's to say, hey, I'm dressed this way because I'm the teacher. But this teacher is like a New York teacher, and he's wearing a Back the Blue T-shirt and blue jeans.
That was probably a county.
I just think it's like, you know what I mean? I find it's kind of a flip to the dress code conversation a little bit, because it's like he's just wanting to show his bigotry on his shirt, which I definitely like, oh, screw that guy. But I mean, to be honest with you, like I don't feel like necessarily I don't know if the dress code necessarily fixes the problem. Like he's still like the students know his views. They know that he doesn't like they're like the students he's making uncomfortable. I guarantee you that they already know his point of view, and even if he's wearing a suit, it's not gonna make them more comfortable.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a weird gray topic. I feel like I don't really know how to address the dress code would fix the solution for like the next group of students that are gonna come through, ish. You know what I mean? But it's not gonna stop him from, being hard on the LGBT students or the people of color students. I just feel like people like that shouldn't be allowed to be teachers, but I don't know how you would stop them.
See, I find it's a very like weird gray area where it's like I disagree with his point of view, but also as much as it sucks, I don't think that his right to wear it should be taken away.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I might have people disagree with me, but I just think it's one of those things where it's like, might as well just let somebody show their true colors, and all it's going to do is, let people know who to stay away from.
Yeah, I just feel like for the students, like, peace of mind or whatever, if he's not, like, verbal about it, like, I still feel like teachers should have, like, a dress code of some kind. Like, if they're going to force the students to be ridiculous with it, maybe they should do it to the staff, too.
Yeah.
Like, people say, well, what about Casual Friday? Well, they have T-shirts that are related to the school. Just make them wear, like, a Tiger Pride shirt or whatever the mascot is. Like, that's what they literally had T-shirts like that when I was in school. Like, our mascot was a tiger. So, everything was tiger themed in ours. So, just make the teachers wear a T-shirt that's like, it's like, oh, go Tigers or whatever, and it's their football team or basketball team or whatever.
We had the Green Demons.
Wait, what?
Yeah, devils.
You were devils?
Yeah, blue
Blue
green.
devils.
We were demons and you guys were devils.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. That's amazing.
Yeah. Ours literally wears a diaper and everything. It's like the worst design I've ever seen. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, my school, it was the Blue Devils. Then there's another school like 30 minutes away that's the Red Devils.
Oh my.
I don't know what upstate New York's obsession is with devil demon themed mascots,
Look,
but
here's the thing. When it comes to New York, the more north you go, the more south you end up.
That's one way
So
to
the more,
put it.
so you, up north, it's more conservative, and they're more obsessed with religion, and they're more focused on hell and the devil.
Yeah. Well, I always think like animal themes are really cool. Like I see like Christian, I forgot the school name that he went to, but they had like the lions, the golden lions. I'm like, that sounds really cool. Like, and it looked really pretty, and they got to have these gorgeous like lion paintings on the gym. And then there was our school,
We got
where
tigers.
it's like, here's a little green demon in a diaper.
For a joke, I would want like a school to have like a mascot like the purple goldfish.
I love that. I love that. Let's make a school together right now. Right now, we're gonna build it and fund it.
She also wants to make the children that will go there. I mean, what? Who said that?
Stop that.
Start off.
I'm just firing personal shots at Carissa now.
Still gotta kill one tonight, but
Oh yeah, I'm definitely on her stealing of the kneecaps list.
yes, you will not have kneecaps for long.
That's all right. I'll start designing my robotic kneecaps. The next time you come for them, the second batch, they'll have pistols that pop out because I'm in Texas and we have to have guns on everything.
Oh boy.
Stop me when I
You still need
lie.
to shoot a gun. You're a gun virgin too.
Yeah, I need to shoot a gun.
Oh, then y'all need to come to Texas.
Go ahead and do some shooting.
I know
Yeah.
where a range is.
I think I'd shoot well.
I know I'm actually pretty good with the shot. There's not a lot of things I'm good at, but
Actually, I'm bad at shooting guns. Actually, and I took a gun class with my grandmother a few years ago, so because she wanted to get her concealed handgun license back when you still had to get one.
That is Texas.
So I went with my grandmother to get so she didn't have to take the class by herself, so she could get the handgun license, right? And I part of the thing is you have to shoot at a target, and I quote the instructor, "Sir, you committed a hate crime." Because 2 of my shots ended up a little bit below the belt, shall we say? Yeah,
ooh,
in that area. So apparently, yeah,
Was the target black too?
it was a white and black silhouette. It did not have a particular color on that, but that does make me feel a little bit nervous about the state I live in now.
Carolyn.
It just might make me wonder. But yeah, I put 2 bullets in. Yeah, if that was a guy, he would not be a guy for long.
Well, you just did a 21 Jump Street.
Pretty much. Oh my god!
Yeah,
Oh, that scene is so vulgar. I watched that in theaters too. That massive. Oh, he's like and he has to like use his mouth to get it back. I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was disgusting.
I was like, oh. Oh my god. But yeah, so that was my experience with a gun class apparently, and my grandmother scares me because all of her shots were like in a circle about yay big, and they were right here. On the target.
Ooh, grandma.
Yeah. To be fair, though, my grandmother was a sharpshooter, like an Olympic sharpshooter back in the day. So.
I guess I know who's next on my banging list.
Ew.
My bang bucket list.
But yeah, like she managed to put it like right there. Like yeah, all my family members are far more impressive than I am. I feel like.
Grandma just shot me with a pistol.
Like my grandmother was literally an Olympic level, like she literally could have gone to the Olympics for sharpshooting, and she just didn't because I think the full story is like her folks wouldn't let her for some reason. But yeah, she literally got approached by the Olympics to go and sharpshoot for them.
Aw.
That's so cool.
Let's see here. My grandfather was like, I think he was like almost a pro wrestler. Like,
Huh.
and I don't mean like the WWE. I mean like an actual wrestling, like with the suit and everything. Like he was really good at it. Apparently, like we're talking like losing was like a very minimal thing that happened to him, and he was barely bigger than I am. He was like, but he was, for a tiny guy, his strength level was scary, and he had it all the way up until he passed. Like, I remember him being an old guy, and I'm sitting there going, how the hell is this 60-plus-year-old man out-muscling me? I'm 25. This is bullshit. And all he does is sit in a chair all day. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That man's natural strength was scary. Then there's, like, my uncle, who can literally turn all sorts of weird, mundane stuff into weapons. You know? Then there's my mom, who's an environmental scientist. My dad can play the guitar.
My girlfriend? Do you mean my girlfriend?
Oh,
my girlfriend?
Funny. You're funny.
She isn't joking.
I know she said he isn't joking. Is that a reference to Chris's haircut?
I said she isn't joking.
I know, but it came out he instead of she. I knew what you meant. I was like, Carissa's not halfway to her non-binary status. She just hasn't found it yet.
No.
That's horrible.
I do not want to identify anything close to a man. I don't like men.
You're right. She's a misandrist. I forgot for a minute there.
I love being a female. God graced me with my natural gender.
The God you don't believe in anymore.
I'm heading that way now.
We're making her second guess religion.
You're still going down there.
That's all right. Carissa won't be bothered by it. You know, being pegged by the devil wouldn't be the worst thing that happened to her. We've established this, don't you know? Come on, keep up with the canon here. We've discussed this. The devil pegs people now.
No.
And for those of you with Crohn's disease, you'll get that joke far more than anyone else.
I've had a lot of things shoved up my butt in my time. None of the times I enjoyed it.
Exactly. See, when you go to hell, you're just gonna be like, "Oh, is that it?" Well, then, Bogart, what are you complaining about, you bitch? Just kidding.
Listen, I've had to go up the butt all the way through my throat. Don't even talk to me. It's okay. They put you to sleep. And there's 5 different doctors, and they're all poking at your booty hole. Your little 10-year-old girl.
Yeah, gross.
And then your mom has to run out scream crying because she's never seen like your lifeless body before, and then all these doctors just start shoving cameras up your body. Yeah, my mom was traumatized by that because she was in the room and all of a sudden like the sleep medication kicked in, and she said like it scared the shit out of her because it's like your whole body just goes limp because it puts you to like sound asleep. I remember like I didn't even know they were putting the medication in me yet. All of a sudden like I just woke back up and I was covered in drool. Yeah,
you were covered in what?
Drool.
Oh.
Like, yeah, apparently I was not enough sleep that, like, I remember waking up, there's just drool, and I've never, like, at that point in life, I never drooled in my sleep, and it scared the crap out of me.
You certainly snore.
That's true.
You snore, too.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. She does snore. I've seen some of those sleeping streams on accident. Oh, my goodness. I was like, oh, Carissa's streaming. Cool. What's she streaming? And it's just her sleeping, and it's like, I heard her one time, it sounded like a train. Back when she was like on TikTok doing it, she was like, and I was like, damn.
Do you remember the guy who was trying to threaten me because I wouldn't sell him feet pics?
Oh
like,
my god!
Screen recordings of you snoring. I'm like, I don't care. He was so mad. I wouldn't sell him any feet pics.
I'm like, what?
Oh gosh, that was so funny. And then he got extra mad because I put the screenshots on TikTok.
Why wouldn't you sell the man feet pics?
I wasn't a prostitute yet.
Oh god, that's funny.
That's a good payday.
He wasn't being nice to me. I only sell the people that are nice to me.
That's fair. That's fair. That's good business.
How are
Then it'll
you?
be 3 bussies. 3 bussies.
Okay.
Now.
Oh my god,
Now.
that's just
Now,
that's
now.
fantastic.
Okay.
Ooh, thank you.
I told you. See, guys, I told you she objectifies Bogart. This is like 90% of her TikTok right now.
It's fun.
And her Instagram. Although I almost commented on a picture of you and Carolyn you posted yesterday, where you two were looking at each other. I was all like, just kiss already, God! And then I thought that joke might be a little too far, because, I was afraid Carolyn might get offended.
Carolyn might enjoy it. She likes calling me her girlfriend in front of her brother, because it pisses him off. She calls me her hot girlfriend, and it makes him real mad. I love it.
I wonder if I'm ever gonna see him again.
I mean, you could. Carolyn will purposely make sure we're not in the same room because she knows I'll kill him. Like, I'll legitimately kill him.
I would love to be in the room with, like, the three of you just making fun of him, where he's in earshot.
Oof. She sent me a video shot, and I could, like, hear his voice in the background, and it's like, I get angry. Like, I legitimately just get angry if I, like, see or hear the voice. I just go into Joe mode. I go straight to Joe mode.
Carissa, are you creating a multiple personality to deal with the trauma of dating that guy?
That's just, the show You?
Yeah.
The main character's name is Joe, and sometimes I relate to him, which is a little concerning.
What? I've never heard of the Laura Ingraham show. What? That's a joke, by the way. If I don't know if y'all get that one.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that clip was so good.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean? I've never talked about this.
It was like literally, oh god, it's a circle of fuckery. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, there was so I don't know if you saw this, Bogart. There was basically Laura Ingraham was interviewing some conservative dickhead. I don't remember his name. Anyway, he brings up the show that's called You, and Laura Ingraham is like, what are you talking about? I've never talked about that. And she doesn't get that he's talking about the show called You, not talking about her.
And they kept going back and forth for so long. It was so funny. She was so offended too.
She was, yeah.
I tagged you in that.
Okay, so you do know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I must have sent it to you after that. Either that, I think you tagged me in it, but I had already seen it.
Yeah, I think you tagged me in it, and that's how I saw it. So I was kind of like, oh my god.
Yeah,
why are conservatives such morons?
Some people are saying that was actually planned, like it was just like a joke.
Well,
she seemed legitimately mad, though.
Yeah.
I don't think that was planned.
Yeah. And even if it was, then why wouldn't you just own it as a joke? Like, literally, that would come off as way better than what was played off. Like, if Laura Ingraham was just joking with the guy, she could have just been like, I'm just kidding. I know what you're trying to say.
Like it's like actual skit between the two.
Oh. Well, like,
yeah.
Why not? Then why not say that? But like, okay, we need to stop messing with the audience. This was funny, but like, just own it. Conservatives are so fucking.
I don't
weird.
think it was.
I don't think it was either.
It's fun.
I think they're idiots, and I think they got caught being idiots.
Ow!
Carissa, stop abusing your boyfriend.
No.
Hi, bro.
Save that for OF. His OnlyFans is Bogart.com. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm going to make up a fake Bogart OnlyFans account now.
Bogey Plays 103.
Somebody's going to go looking for that OnlyFans account now. So, see, Carissa's trying to pretend she's praying for, please forgive me, Lord, but the truth is she's praying for it to happen. She's like, please, I want my sex worker boyfriend. Let's go.
No.
Yes, you know you want it. It's going to be mostly just other men objectifying him anyway. What are you worried about?
Every weekend, you get a live stream of her pegging me.
Speaking of, do I need to add a strap on onto my Amazon wish list? Would you like that?
Yeah.
Add a strap.
Yeah.
You didn't like my sex dolls.
Oh no.
All right. We gotta cut it here, or it's just gonna go into some dark places, and we're gonna scare some people. All right, guys. If you're new to Nerd After Hours, this is the kind of shenanigans that happens. If you've made it this far in the video, thanks for watching the whole podcast. Hopefully, Bogart will be back on future episodes. This was fun.
With a much wider butthole.
I'd say subscribe, but I don't think y'all are here for me and Carissa anymore. And peace, guys.